It's been 2 years. We're bringing bees back. I did a trade with one of my neighbors, Mr. Judson Carden, and I've known him basically my entire life. Lives just down the street from my grandmother. And I worked a trade with him, and he's going to bring me 2 beehives today. I had read somewhere that in order to control the small hive beetle, if you put something solid below the hive, then when the larvae fell out, they don't get to pupate on the ground if there's a barrier. So we're putting down a sheet of metal that we have left over from our goat shed project. So when larvae fall out of the hive, hopefully they'll fall on this metal during the heat of the day and end up cooking themselves. So they won't easily be able to make their way into the ground. So we're going to give that a try. So last time we had bees, we kept them underneath a pecan tree. And another factor in controlling small hive beetles that if they have shade, the hive beetles tend to populate a little more rapid. So we're choosing this time to put them out in broad daylight sun. Facing the east, when the sun comes up, we're going to hit the front of the hive right here, hurry up and warm the hive up for the day. And being wide out open, they'll get full day sun, and the sun will leave the hive right as the sun is setting. So they'll be out here cooking in the middle of summer. Hopefully that'll help control the small hive beetles. They're the ones that wiped me out last time, and I just got so frustrated with it. I just decided to not do bees, and I just put up all the equipment for the last 2 years. Michelle said, we need bees. We need bees to populate all the fruit trees that we got. And I said, okay, not opposed to it, so let's get bees. So we're going with the same setup that we had last time. We're just going to put down some cinder blocks over this metal and then put some treated 4x4s and then set the hives on the 4x4s. We have a couple of concerns about putting them out here is when Michelle's mowing the orchard, because Michelle likes to do the mowing, we don't want her to get stung. In past, she can usually mow within a couple of feet of it, so I'll have to come out with a weed eater and weed eat around the fence line right here. And blueberry bushes are going to be going in down there hopefully soon when we can make our way over to Cooper's Farm in Foley, Alabama, and get some blueberries from them. I already told them that I was coming to buy one of every variety that they've got. And we're just going to start a small rabbit eye blueberry collection because we like to have different flavors of every types of fruit that we're going to be growing.
How did you get started in bees?
How did I get started in bees? Man, you won't believe this answer. But I was getting started in chickens. Well, not getting started. I was looking through a Murray McMurray catalog. And in the back of the catalog, they were selling bee supplies. So I was just nothing to do one day. And I said, maybe I should try bees. There was a guy living down the road. I was in Oklahoma at the time. And I stopped by him and talked to him about his bees. And he kind of got me started. He gave me some old equipment that he had and gave me my first beehive startup, and I went out and I mentored with him. So that's kind of how I got started with bees over 20 years ago that I've been doing bees, I believe. Hey guys, well, it was the next day. Mr. Judson brought the bees at nighttime because all the bees can come back to their hive at dark. And if you plug them up after dark, then that ensures that you get all the bees. Like right now, if these bees were let out, most of the foragers would be out collecting pollen and nectar. And if we were to transport these bees, we'd be missing half the bees. But I was really excited whenever he brought this over. went above and beyond. I gave him this box, just the box, and he put a bottom board on it that is screened and has a pan in the back to put dehydrated lime in, and he put the top board on, and he brought over this piece of metal because there's a sugar jar under there, and I'd never seen anybody do this before. Just take a piece of metal and bend it and make a little hood, and that protects the jar of sugar water on the top and keeps, because we were supposed to get rain, and keeps rain from getting down in there. So he put that old rag over there to just kind of keep the light off of the sugar water. We're getting ready to let these bees out, and I just wanted to let you guys watch as I let the bees out for the first time. He said these are Italian bees. They're supposed to be real good, gentle bees, but they're not my bees. They've never seen me before. And I am allergic to bees. I swell up. I don't go into anaphylactic shock, but if one was to sting me on the nose, my entire face swells up, and it looks like I got mugged at the local liquor store. But yeah, the dehydrated lime that is in the tray in the back, you can pull that out, put more lime in, change it. But what that does is that prevents the hive beetle larva from dropping down into the ground and pupating, that whenever the larva leave the hive beetle lays a larva in here, and the larva makes their way down through the bottom screen, they drop into that dehydrated lime, and boof, that's it. That was the purpose of the metal underneath, but now we're just going to leave the metal just to keep the weeds down from around the hive. Now he's got a reduced entrance on here to kind of keep the bees to where they can defend the hive. We don't have robbers coming in, and if there's a limited amount of bees, I'm not sure how many bees came in this hive, but if there's a limited amount of bees, the guard bees in the front can defend the hive. They've been here probably, well, overnight. They were brought here last night. We're going to go ahead and let them out. So they've probably been here for 14, 15 hours. Let them get settled down. And this little mesh wire is just stapled with 2 staples right on the front. So we're going to go ahead and just pull those staples out of here. I'll bring you guys in closer so you can see. There they go. Now they'll take their orientation flight, hopefully. They'll see where their new home is, and they'll circle the hive a few times to kind of get their bearing about where to come back to before they leave and start pollinating. But this is out here in our orchard with all of our fruit trees are going to be in our garden. So hopefully they're right in the middle of where we really want them to be. All right, guys, while the bees are getting their orientation flight, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you've enjoyed this video of us getting bees and kind of a little introduction for our viewers who don't have bees about when you're getting bees, what can you expect? All right, so if you like the video, we invite you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to follow us. And remember, keep growing, keep building, and always keep adventuring. Together, we're Flomaton Famous. We'll see you next time.